Hell yeah! I just wanted to show you guys this new project that I picked up. That's a big sissy bar. I've never built one that tall. What's happening, people? We're back here working on Mr. Gallo's Sportster chopper. From the last time that you saw this thing, got quite a bit of stuff done. Got about a month left to finish building this bike. So it is pedal to the metal and throttle pin, baby. So anyways, let's go over some of the stuff that I've done. We got the bars kind of tacked up. This is a very similar design of handlebars that I did for Josh's last bike. It's gonna get chain links in between here to strengthen it. It's gonna get internal throttle installed. The tank is pretty much just a super narrow from lowbrow that I really didn't have to modify very much. I cleaned up some of the welds and that's about it. That's actually going out to Texas to Alchemy Customs to get painted. Next up, let's see, got the oil tank tacked in, got the upper rear fender mount tacked in, got this battery box bolted in. It's actually got a lower fender mount. This is all from Lowbrow. They got really helpful products as far as that kind of stuff goes. Up front, earlier today, I made this custom front motor mount / highway peg setup. Josh is a taller guy like me. You know, when you're on those long trips, it's great to have somewhere where you can stretch your legs. What we're working on today is our sissy bar. This is gonna be a real tall sissy bar with a trident style up top. I've already started bending this thing. I don't have a really nice fixture table or anything along those lines, so I'm doing a lot of this stuff just with my eyes. I think I got pretty good eyes. It looks pretty straight from where I'm standing, and that's all I care about. So yeah, we're gonna keep going on this thing. I want to bring these edges in a little bit. Reason being, this is gonna get a king and queen seat, and the seat in the back is really only gonna be about this wide. So I don't wanna have a huge gap in between the edges of the seat and the sissy bar. So I'm gonna have to tweak these bends a little bit to get this to suck in. And yeah, a lot of this stuff is just kind of playing with the torch and kind of doing it by eye and trying to figure out what looks good. So I'm actually gonna give both these pieces on what would be this bend here. I'm actually gonna bend it out a little bit. What that's gonna do is bring the intersection point of the taller part farther up. That's also gonna allow us to bring this point that attaches to here closer into the fender. But we gotta bend them both about the same, well, exactly the same as we can, so that it looks symmetrical. So that's the fun part, is using the heat and pulling on it with your hands and getting it even, which is not the easiest thing to do. All right, so what I like to do, at least in this type of sissy bar where I have two halves that are going together, is I'll bend one half, get it figured out where it needs to be, and then basically just take the other side of the sissy bar and match it to that one. That's always been the easiest way for me to do it. I'm sure someone has some better way to do it, but that's what works for me. These are my handy dandy safety glasses. They are not approved for anything, and I think they're from the gas station. Very slight. Sometimes less is more. When you're using a torch, I like to run the torch pretty low. That gives me a little bit more control with the heat and avoids like these kind of little blisters and stuff. This will come off, but you know, it just take your time and go slow, and Usually makes for a better bend. You don't want to have to go back and unbend it and go back and forth because that weakens the metal. That will do. Just a slight difference. So what we'll do is we'll pop these two in the vise. Try to match that angle. Okay. If you want some protection while you're cutting and burning and all kinds of other shit, I sell these long sleeves on my website, www.yetimachinecode.com, baby. Very slight bend up. Safety goggles on. Not too shabby. I am not going to complain about that. Much better. See, that puts our intersecting point way higher than it was, and that's kind of what we were hoping for. Cool. Next step, and again, this is a lot of eyeballing stuff. I'm going to mark roughly where I want to start the bend. This is going to be a trident style sissy bar. So this one's going to come out and go up, this one's going to come out and go up, and then there's going to be a bar piece of this in the center. So I'm going to put our intersection point and the start of the points of the trident. We're going to go with about there. They're going to come pretty much at a right angle out, and then it's going to be a rolling bend that kind of comes up. That's the plan, at least. There. Cool. And what I'm doing is making sure, as I'm putting this thing in the vise to bend it, I'm looking down the bends and making sure there's no offset that tweaks these things. A lot of guys will use the fixture table that they can set it flat on a table and then bend it with the table. I'm pretty good with my eyes, so that's what I'm going to go with. That cool down for a minute. Now that I got the first bend of the first side of our trident, I'm going to work in the up bend. This bend, I don't want to be as sharp as the last one, so I'm going to be warming up a larger area to try to get more of a radius. I'm also going to go a lot slower. We're not trying to get a right angle here, we're trying to get like a nice, soft curve. Try that one on for size. And just a little bit of... It's gonna be fun trying to match that on another one though. That's the hardest part, is matching the bends. It's not doing it. Has a nice bend in of the one in the center, and then That's pretty damn good, if I do say so myself.
Hell yeah!
Dude, just looking at it, like those fucking bends are pretty goddamn even. Sitting on the ground like that, that's pretty. I mean, I hate to blow smoke up my own ass, but like, for eyeballing shit, not too fucking bad. It's like parallel all the way through.
Have a bar in the center, right there.
While I'm waiting for the Sissy Bar to cool off with all the bending I just did, I just wanted to show you guys this new project that I picked up. This is actually for my buddy Dylan, Mr. Young Dippy, Mr. Burnt Reynolds 420, aka King Bong. This is a 1982 shovel head that we picked up. It actually runs great. No major issues with it. This bike is going to get completely stripped down to the frame and hardtailed. Bunch of custom stuff. He wants a real long boy, so this is going to be a fun one. It's got a Primo Rivera 6-speed transmission. It's got a Primo Rivera 3-inch belt drive. I don't know if we're going to keep it 3-inch. I'm going to try to convince him to go maybe 2 or 2.5, only because personally, and from what I've seen, I don't really like when you have mid controls with this big of a belt. Usually it puts your feet really far out. But we may end up doing some kind of high mid setup. I'm not sure. This one is obviously in the very, very beginning stages. All I did so far on it was just to verify, because when we bought it, it wasn't running. It's been sitting for a long time. The guy that sold it to us, he was somewhere back east, and he had gotten out of the military, and he was stuck there, and basically bought this bike, stripped it down, and redid it, and rode it around out there for a while. So I went through and rebuilt the carburetor. And basically that was all I did, and I got it running pretty good for what it is. Obviously, the petcock was gummed up, so I had to put a baby bottle on it to get it to run. But all in all, I'd say it was a pretty good buy. We got it for a pretty good deal. I didn't talk him down too hard because it was already at a decent price point. So really excited to get started on this thing. Oh yeah, baby. Hell yeah. Now, all I need to figure out, it's still a little warm, probably gonna cut right there. As far as eyeballing stuff goes, I'm pretty pleased with myself. It's not perfect, but neither am I. So right now, I'm going to tack in the centerpiece.
All right.
That's a big sissy bar. I've never built one that tall. That's what he wants. He wants to be able to see it over his head from the front, and that's what he's going to get. It's definitely a goth chop, you know? It's all like fucking. All these sharp edges. But I actually really like how it's looking. I'm fucking excited about this thing. Josh is about as tall as me, but he probably weighs 100 pounds less than I do, honestly. When he's got the king and queen up there, it's gonna be lean back, just going down the highway, be on the back, just, that's gonna be sick. Got the highway pegs. Fuck yeah. I still think you should have let me make him a coffin take, but you know, it's his bike. That's it for today. This is just a quick video on me getting started on fabricating this Sissy Bar. Obviously it's not done. Everything's just tacked together. I still need to put in the lower support, but I wanted to get the majority of the actual bars bent up. I think it looks pretty damn tough, pretty damn good. It's a tall Sissy Bar. The deadline on this bike is coming up quick. I have, as of today, I have 1 month and 2 days for this to be a completely done and finished bike. Then it is going to be in a photo shoot that I will disclose at a later date, keeping it under wraps for now. Anyways, that being said, as this next month goes on, the updates are gonna be coming a lot quicker. In other words, there's gonna be a lot of stuff getting done in between each video. I'm screwing up my words. If you liked what you were watching, do me a favor, go up top, hit like, subscribe. Also, up top, hit the alert bell and turn on notifications so you know when a new video is coming out. If you want more up-to-date stuff on this bike, go on social media if you have social media and follow me. It's Yeti Machine Co. Instagram and on TikTok. Thank you.